Hello, YouTube Nation. This is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. It is February 23rd, 2026. Silver is back over $86 per ounce, and gold is, what is gold at? Around $5,150 per ounce. I do believe we're going to be on the upward trajectory again with the price of gold and silver, but this time around, I feel like it's going to be a little bit different here in the coin shop. I think that, and this is my sentiment, but the sentiment of a number of other dealers across the nation that I have communication with, is that the retail side of the business probably is not going to be as brisk as it was 2 months ago when we saw the rise of silver back or over $100 into the $120 range. We as dealers expect, unfortunately, to lose money on deals from time to time. But with the sheer number of people that were buying silver a month or 2 months ago when it was in the $120 range, and all of a sudden we see a 35-40% pullback in value within basically a week, that I think shell-shocked the retail customer. And I just don't think we're going to see that briskness, if you will, with regards to people willing to buy silver across the counter in the retail setting. And I think this time around, we're going to see a lot of sellers, but unfortunately, I think that the majority of the silver, or at least a large amount of the silver that shops like myself buy, are going to go back into the wholesale channels rather than being able to unload onto the public, which means a couple things. One, it's going to be definitely important for dealers, especially the smaller dealers like myself, to really manage their liquidity well, because as we rely on the wholesale channels to unload our silver, the time in which they take to process it can be weeks, if not over a month. And my oldest invoice that I have right now with a wholesale trading partner, with regards to silver, was they received the package on January 6th. And they still haven't processed or paid me out. What is today, the 23rd of February? So what is that? Going on a month and a half. And they have multiple packages, the oldest being received on January 6th. So, I mean, there's literally hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars tied up in this wholesale market that guys and gals like myself rely upon as ways to recover our liquidity from purchasing across the counter. So as that reliance widens and gains more traction, what's going to happen? Well, definitely got to keep our eyes on liquidity, right? That's the number one thing. But also expect to see more severe negative premiums on the buy and the sell side with regards to silver, especially junk 90 and 999 generic silver, foreign silver, that type of material. Point in case, Saturday I did a flash sale here in the shop where I was selling sovereign 999 silver at the spot price of silver. We made no traction in the sale. I took in as much within 20 ounces as we sold that day, and we didn't sell that much to begin with. So I ended up unloading 1,005 ounces of that material onto a wholesale trading partner over the weekend just to get rid of it. Because, hey, that's like $85,000 that's sitting there that obviously the general public does not want. So at spot. So I mean, that just tells you, you're getting foreign silver at spot and there's no takers. So that is what we here at Vermillion Enterprises are preparing for this time around. I think it's going to be a tremendous amount of buying on my side, and not a lot of selling to the retail public, unfortunately. That is at least what I am preparing for business-wise here in the shop. Hopefully, I'll be pleasantly surprise. Hopefully retail purchasing picks up, but I'm preparing for it not to this time around. And I get it. And you know what? That's the way, it is what it is. It's the way the cookie crumbles, and we're going to operate with that mentality. One of the decisions I made over the weekend with regards to this is last run up, so a couple months ago, I was really, just trying to make every single transaction, all these like wonky, crazy trades that people were doing. I was just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's figure it out. Created a lot of extra work for ourselves. There's more profit in it, but the hours were insane. Just the processing of it was just so mind-boggling, time-consuming. I'm just not going to go after all these crazy trades this time around. So I'm going to be more selective in what we are transacting in with here at the shop. And that is with the idea of maintaining liquidity and also just not having these 100+ hour weeks coming up again. That was just so stressful and at the end of the day probably unnecessary. So that is how we're going to move forward here. I think with the way the world is going right now, silver is going to be back up over $100 per ounce in no time. God knows where gold is going. We see all these wild predictions. I don't know. Whatever it's going to do, it's going to do. We're just going to basically brace for impact here. I mean, just the craziness throughout the world. It just seems like every little corner of the world's got these crazy headlines right now. I mean, we see what's going on in Mexico. You got the Epstein stuff going. I mean, you still got the Ukraine situation going on. You got Taiwan going on. I mean, it's just stuff going on in Thailand. I mean, it's just these places that you don't normally expect there to be upheaval and unrest is now like they're experiencing it. So it is just a crazy time in the world, and I expect that to matriculate into the precious metals world even more. So time will tell, though. That's my expectations, and we're going to move forward here accordingly in the shop. We are going to do a premiums and inventory update for you here momentarily. I don't think there's any changes in premiums. One thing in inventory, I have been hounded by you good folks to start selling foreign gold bullion. We're going to try it. We're going to dip our toes into the water here, so we'll update you with that process here in just a second. And yeah, that should be interesting to see. If it works, I'll continue to do it. I'll give it a week or so. If it doesn't work, then I'll just quit doing it and go back to my old ways there. So yeah, let's dig in here and do this. All right, let's start with U.S. gold. 1/10 ounce gold eagles we're buying at melt plus 3%, selling at melt plus 7. Quarters we're buying at melt, selling at plus 5. And 1/2 ounce gold eagles we're buying at melt and selling at melt plus 3%. 1 ounce gold eagles and 1 ounce gold buffaloes got hit hard on these last weekend. And so we only got a couple of them in the shop. We do buy a 1 ounce gold eagles at spot and sell at spot plus 3%. Same with 1 ounce gold buffaloes. I do not have much in the way of inventory with regards to 1 ounce material with regards to eagles and buffaloes. So let's talk about foreign gold here. All right, bars we're buying at 98%. That is for fractional and 1 ounce. Now, if they are over 100 grams in size, we'll still pay the 98%. However, they will go to the refinery for assay and authentication before we pay out on them. Fractional foreign gold, we pay 98% of melt on that. We're talking about, what are we talking about? Liras, coronas, ducats, francs, sovereigns, marks, pesos, whatever else I forgot there. Also the modern fractional bullion coins such as 1/10 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, maple leaves, K-Rands, Roos, Pandas, Nuggets, Britannias, Philharmonics, Queen's Beast, and others. Most pre-33 gold is at 98%. $5 and $10 gold commemorative coins from the U.S. Mint, we pay 98% of melt on. Now, 1 ounce foreign gold bullion coins. We are buying them at spot minus 1%, and we're going to try selling them at spot plus 1%, folks. 2% spread on these. I'm not stocking individual things. It's just whatever comes across the counter. As you can see right now, We got a couple Maple Leafs in the house. We got a Britannia. We got a Noah's Ark here. It's, yeah, those are pretty cool. And then, of course, we got Krugerrands. These are all 1 ounce foreign gold coins. We buy them at -1%, which is no change from before. And we're going to attempt to sell them at +1%. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll give it a week or so, and then we'll just we'll stop it if it's not conducive to trading here at the shop. We'll try it out. We'll see what we got and go from there. All right, Platinum Eagles. We buy them at spot plus $75 per ounce. I have none in the shop. I haven't seen any in a while. I am not sure what's going on there, but if we do get any in the shop, we'll make them available at +125. All right, gold, silver, dollars. We're buying them at -8 and selling at -3. That is for random date, Cole, Morgan, and Peace silver dollars. These are all common date, folks. Please do not ask for specific dates or specific types because that's not going to happen. These are Cole silver dollars, buying at -8, selling at -3, one of our most popular SKUs. All right, we do have circulated 1878 to 1904 Morgans. Still selling these at $69 a piece. That is subject to change as the market moves, and oh boy, is the market moving. So these are common date 1878 to 1904 Morgans, selling at 69. Please do not ask for specific dates. That's not going to happen. It comes in random, folks. It goes out random. All right, junk 90. We got silver dimes, silver quarters in stock, some silver halves. Looking at -10 is what we're buying at, selling at -5, no changes there. 1964 and before silver dimes, quarters, and half dollars. Of course, that is U.S. coins, not foreign. 1964 and before U.S. constitutional silver, dimes, quarters, and halves. Buying at -10, selling at -5. Junk 40, buying at -13, selling at -8. What are we talking about? Mostly talking about 1965 to 1970 Kennedys. That also includes, though, the bicentennial coins, the bicentennial half dollars, these that are silver, of course, just the silver ones. And also Ike dollars, too. We buy at -13, sell at -8. You'll see some bicentennial coins. Those are all 40% silver coins that were cut out of the bicentennial mint sets. There's probably some proof ones in there also. Buying at -13, selling at -8. All right, generic silver. We got a lot of this in the house. We're starting to pile this up. Probably going to have to blow some out this week. We're buying at -3, selling at the spot price of silver. We got plenty of 1 ounce rounds in the shop, plenty of 1 ounce bars in the shop, some 5s, lots of 10s, lots of kilos. This is all random material, folks. As I always say, it comes in random, it goes out random. Buying at spot -$3 per ounce, selling at the spot price of silver. All right, let's do this. Off-quality stuff. Still selling off-quality 999 silver at spot -$1 per ounce. This is this kind of a hodgepodge of material that comes in across the counter, onesie, twosie. Sometimes it's this, it's full tubes, but it's just really horribly milky, off-quality material. You'll see that there is foreign sovereign silver in here. There's 1 ounce rounds. There's fractional silver. There's oddball size foreign silver, like the 1 1/4 ounce and 1 1/2 ounce Wildlife series from the Canadian Mint. There's 2 ounce. You might see some 5 ounce, some like gram size stuff like the 100 gram, 50 gram type material. Just a hodgepodge mix of 999 silver. Some of it's 3/9, some of it's 4/9. 100% random here, folks. Selling this at spot -$1 per ounce. Looks like I got probably a couple 100 ounces here. You see there's some bars in there too. A lot of this is this big box brand material, some foreign stuff, and then some this random miscellaneous material that comes in. So you kind of get an idea of what we got here. This is all material that is going to be what I consider off quality, not retail friendly. All right, Silver Eagles, no change here. Still buying at spot plus $4 per ounce on retail friendly and selling at spot plus $8 per ounce. These are tubes of 20 solid date coins in one tube. That means each coin, and there being 20 coins in the tube, is the exact same date. And these coins do not have milk spots on them. They do not have surface abrasions on them. They are not colorized or overtoning. So these are retail friendly. At this price point, folks, when you come in to sell these, I am critical on these. I do go through them. If they are not what I consider retail friendly, I will kick them off to the off quality price point, which we buy at -2 and sell at +1. And these are coins that have milk spots on them, surface abrasions, could be overtoning, colorized, other surface blemishes or flaws that I consider them not retail friendly. As you can see, that's what we got in the bucket. They are 100% random in the bucket. These are also coins that come in like onesie twosie, not solid date tubes of 20, meaning that each coin in the tube is the exact same date. All right, so retail friendly, we buy at +4, sell at +8. And then off quality, we buy at -2, sell at +1. What you see here in the bucket is what I got. Not a lot there, definitely not enough to ship. Maybe 50, 60 ounces there. All right, guys, we do have retail friendly Silver Eagles in quantity to ship if you're interested. All right, we accept payment via cash, wire, Zelle. Look, guys, Zelle isn't what it used to be. It used to be a real awesome service. The banks are really kind of gumming up the works on it. It's definitely not something I would expect to be able to use real time here in the shop. Zelle payments are taking hours, sometimes even days to come in. So if you're coming into the shop, please don't plan on using Zelle. Please just bring your cash. We also do take personal checks up to $7,500 with a 2-week hold. And then, of course, we take scrap gold at 90% of its value. So if you have old class rings, chains, earrings, wedding bands, lapel pins, sliders, brooches, pendants, bracelets, necklaces, watch fobs, whatever, we'll buy it at 90% of its value as long as it's 8 karat, 9, 10, 12, 14, 18, 22, 24 karat. We're buying karat of gold at 90% of its value. So if you got that kind of material just laying in the bottom of your jewelry box, you just don't wear it anymore, you can't wear, you don't like, it's broken, whatever may be the case, we will turn that into cash money for you at 90% of its value, or you can apply that towards a trade of stackable precious metals. Either way, we'll be happy to help. Shipping policy, we have a $3,000 minimum order. We only ship FedEx to your local FedEx ship center for you to pick up. Shipping and handling is free. If you have any questions, please reach out to info@igscoin.com, or if you want to place an order, please use info@igscoin.com. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. till noon. And what else? Vermillion Enterprises reserves the right, as always, to change the premiums on the fly as the market changes. So no ifs, ands, or buts about that, folks. Hey, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk with you later. Thank you.